Minasu has now realized that love was in her face the whole time. With JJ and Jo Young, it was at the first conversation. But for others, they just been suffering the whole time. Hi, you guys. This is Rain Said That. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I know you guys been looking for me. I was underneath the weather, so these videos is late. But oh well. Let's talk about episode 11. And let's get on to Minasu and Samuel because they actually look very good together. And I know that y'all heard my intro because what I've learned by watching Minasu, because I told you guys I do relate to her a lot, especially with my feelings. Like sometimes I have so many feelings, I get overwhelmed and I don't know what to do. And I can relate with that with Minasu because sometimes you feel like that you have to feel something to be in love. You know, you should feel like something, why are you not really feeling that much with Samuel? But the crazy part is that Samuel been there the whole time. And sometimes when you're going through all these feelings and stuff like that, you really can't see clearly because your feelings are distracting you. Okay. Sometimes you think, oh my God, this is love. And then maybe sometimes it's red flags. And Samuel basically was saying, like, I chose you the whole time. And you didn't even notice because you was worried about Subin. Because her feelings were distracting somewhere else. And he just been there waiting for her the whole time. And honestly, I didn't see it either because I was worried about Subin too. Ridiculous, you guys. So I wish they would have showed the part where Samuel pulled her close. They didn't. Like they said, they wanted to leave it for the end. And, he been fine. So, I mean, that's not the problem. But I did not know he actually did console her. Remember, I'm just like, he just sitting there looking awkward. But I think he just awkward when people are crying. He's not the best when it comes to that anyway. So, shout out to Samuel for being loyal. For being loyal to Minasu. Even after Paradise, he's still loyal to Minasu. So how attractive. Now let's get on to Mingji and Sing Song. Okay, because she is in love with Subin. She is in love with Subin. So they have this conversation, right? And he was like, yeah, I just didn't want you holding hands with such and such. And, I realized, because I told you guys in episode 1 or episode 2 that he needs to suffer. So I'm glad that she did make him suffer. But I don't really think he's suffering too much, honestly. I feel like she seen him suffer during the game and she was like, oh, my heart is still with Sing Song. I love Sing Song. He's suffering for me, which is true. She been crying and stressed out. And, I already told you I'm going to do the baddie series probably next week of Minji being the insecure baddie. So we'll talk about that later. But yes, I'm glad that she made him suffer. But Minji is in love with Subin. Like, that's all she been talking about every single day. Every single moment. Subin this, Subin that, Subin. She's in love with this man. And Subin is not in love with his son. I'm sorry, I have to tell you guys this. Do you like you can trust him? Look at his shirt. Can you trust what he has to say? Will you trust a man with an elongated shirt? No. He cannot be trusted. He cannot be trusted. I'm telling you guys, he cannot be trusted. So let's talk about Jo Young, because why is she all the way over there like he's a stranger? I'm like, oh, so he a stranger now? I feel so freaking bad for Yun. Y'all know I have been rooting for Yun this whole time. And I understand that Jo Young did tell him that she chose Jae-jin, okay? They sat down earlier before they went to Paradise. She told him maybe she was hoping that he didn't pick her to go to Paradise. But the way she is keeping her distance like he's a stranger danger or he has COVID is wild. I'm like, so you can't even be this man's friend? But I know she's not trying to, have him get mixed signals or something like that. I understand that. But girl, you don't know this man? You was just in Paradise with him literally like 2 days ago. Y'all were just in Paradise literally like 2 days ago or 3 days ago. But now you don't know this man? You don't know Huyan? The man that was sitting with you by the lake or something like that? Y'all was by the ocean? And then y'all was over there in that restaurant. Y'all could see down to the ground. You don't know Huyan? Poor Huyeon. If y'all felt bad for Huyeon or Yeon, comment down below. Because he is so sweet. And I'm just so proud of him. Now, let's talk about Sing Song being super messy, okay? He is so freaking messy. Like, I would never tell my business to Sing Song. Because as soon as he gets an opportunity, he's going to tell all the business. He literally was like, oh, Subin and Minji will sleep in the bed together, but, oh, they didn't tell you? I really don't understand why Subin didn't tell her. And honestly, Minji just did it for the theatrics to make it seem like they have some more going on than it is, which I do feel like they got some type of connection because Minji just cannot let go of Subin. Subin got this hoodie on looking super guilty, but, you know, he's still stuck on Minasu, okay? He's still stuck on Minasu. I'm going to talk about that later, okay? This is why he didn't tell his son that, you know, him and Minji slept together because, first of all, it was nothing. But Minji want to be messy and try to act like they have something going on because Minji is secretly, not even secretly in love with Subin. She is. And the whole thing is that is what Heesun get because remember, she was trying to snake Minasu by getting Samuel when you really need to be worried about the Minji out here really wanting your man. But honestly, Subin is not her man. He's not her man. And this is why she's sitting over here crying. And was I feeling bad for Heesun? I was not. I'm sorry. Because this is her karma. Y'all talking about Minasu getting karma. How did Minasu get karma and she got Samuel? The only person that has been getting karma out here is literally Heesun because she tried to snake Minasu and it backfired. And now she's crying. And Samuel is like, Samuel. Who is sending Samuel to console people? He is the worst. He is the worst. Like, this girl is literally crying tears and you're talking about her alma mater. She don't care about that. She's sad about Subin, sir. She's sad right now. So yeah, they need to send somebody else. Do Heesun not have any friends in the Inferno? Now let's talk about how Sun and Shinwoo is over here talking about how they're so annoyed with Jiyeon. And I just be giggling every time because Sun is done with Jiyeon. Like, he hates this man gut. He hates to see him coming. He's like, he always trying to take his girl. He never got time. He said, Shinwoo, at least you was respectful when you're trying to get Cohen. Jiyeon is just disrespectful. He don't care about my feelings. But Jiyeon's in paradise with Cohen. That's where he is, laughing, giggling, eating good food. They were swimming all in the pool, like all of that. And so this is where I want to call a little bit contradiction when it comes to Cohen because she doesn't like that he had them on a three-way date with depressing girl and her, and she didn't know if he likes her. But you literally got two other men too. So she only wants the only person that has options. When he got options, she's mad about it. She's mad about it. She don't want to compete, but he don't want to compete either. So I'm just like, girl, like, you can't get mad because he took you on a three-way date with depressing girl and you thought that he liked her more, which I still think that he does, because why are you in paradise talking about Halle, I think that's her name. The other girl that I like with a good personality. He been talking about her the whole time. Oh, she's on my mind. You're literally in paradise with Cohen and you're talking about Hylin. Wondering what she's doing. And it has to be true because he was drinking. And what they say, drunk thoughts speak a sober mind or something like that. And then as soon as he get to Inferno, he's talking about Halen again. Oh, you've been on my mind. I've been thinking about you. I've been worried about you. So what about Cohen? I don't think he actually does like Cohen. I really don't. I just think that he wants her because everybody else wants her. He wants to get the girl that everybody wants just to say that he got her, but he only thinks that she's pretty. That's it. He doesn't care about anything else. Now with Halen, it's so crazy because he actually sits down and he talks to her a lot. He's very comfortable with her. So like, you're literally right in Cohen's face, basically bringing up Halen. All in paradise bringing up Halen, and then now in Inferno, bringing up Halen. And at first, I guess she thought it was funny. I would never thought that was funny. I would never thought that was funny because I'm just like, well, you should have took her to paradise. Like, if she on your mind like this is crazy. You need to get back to Inferno and get Halen because I'm cool on you. And now he looks dumb. So everybody's like, oh, that's a part of his charm. No, I don't think that's nothing charming about that. And I told you guys he is not beating those stranger things, allegations. Because who does that? Even Shinwoo, like, you literally got the girl that I want, and then you worry about a whole nother girl, and I want this girl. Like, it's crazy to me. It's like as soon as he builds up Cohen, he tears her self-esteem down. So I don't really understand why she's in the room bragging about her date in freaking paradise with Jiyeon, when literally he was embarrassing you the whole time. Yeah, you had a good moment in the pool, but at dinner, he's bringing up a whole nother girl's name. Why didn't you bring that up, Cohen? I would have brought it up. But she didn't. Girl, bye. He is not nothing worth bragging about. Take him back to the Korean streets. Put him back in the Korean streets. It's done. Take him back to Korea streets. I wish I would have known. Let me know about a town in Korea where the men be acting like this, okay? Send him back to the Korean hood, okay? He's for the streets. It's a wrap. So tell them that, Cohen, because I don't understand why you didn't tell them that. Now let's talk about this challenge, okay? And why Soobin cannot be trusted. Because every time Minasu is on Soobin is just happy. He's smiling. He's having a good time. And this challenge, as they didn't show us, but he was paired up with Minasu. Right, so he's happy to have her on his back. But then during the challenge, it seems as though he set her up for failure. I don't care what nobody says. I watched this in slow motion, okay? I watched this moment in slow motion with no sound, okay? So you know I was focused, okay? So Minji did have the hat, but she trying to focus on the bottom half, which is Soobin getting steady, where she can't even get the hat because look at the angle that Soobin has Minasu on. Look at the angles. Samuel is like, okay, here. And I understand they was tussling for their life, okay? Minasu was fighting for her life about this freaking hat. Every time there's a hat involved, she just can't do it. But then Soobin has her all the way down lower, and then she's holding on to the hat. He pulling back, so Mindy's pulling forward. Like, come on now. Mindy's going to win that. I just feel like he just set Minasu up to fail. And I know y'all guys like, Minasu must be your favorite. No, I don't got no favorites, but I just feel like that. I don't trust Soobin. And Samuel was like, oh, are you mad because you didn't win to Minji? Of course she is. You worry about you being on the winning team. You ain't worried about your girlfriend over here getting beat down, fighting for her life up there. Like, that's what Samuel don't understand. Because we all know that Samuel is like a pretty boy. He has book smarts, not street smarts. But yeah, that's okay because they actually look very good together. And he was just happy that he can literally like call her name out, which is so cute. So Jae-jin comes outside, you know, he just wants to see Jo Young. And so he see her getting ready and she was like, oh my gosh, is he looking for me? And Haylin literally told you to go find him. So I guess she decided to take her advice and she goes finding Jae-jin. So she's like, Jae-jin, why didn't you just come and get me? Why you just couldn't tell me that, you know, you want to see me? You know, I'm going to need you to be more assertive. I'm going to need you to tell me if you want to see me, come here, come to you. And I will. He said, I didn't really want to talk to you. I just missed you. I just want to be around you. I'm telling y'all, this man is so freaking good. I would literally have to give this man like 5 kids. Like, Jae-jin is just too good. He just too freaking good. And she just didn't even know what to say. All she could do was smile. Because he shut her up real quick. Like, you doing all that nagging? I just want to see you. I didn't pull you for a conversation. I just missed your face and I wanted to look at you. And she couldn't even do anything but just smile. She was like, yeah, it has been a while. Yeah, he ate you up. Jae-jin just do it every freaking time. I'm telling you, this man is just so smooth. Now let's talk about Stranger Things, aka Jiyeon, because Sun is having a conversation with Cohen. You know, they're talking. You know, he just wants to see what's on her mind. And here comes Jiyeon talking about, oh, do you see me? Oh, look at me. And I'm just like, do you want her to see you with Haylin or something? I don't know. What is this man's deal? If anybody can tell me what is Jiyeon's deal, like, comment down below. Because I feel like every time he's with Haylin, he's talking about Cohen. And every time he's with Cohen, he's talking about Haylin. Like, does he even like any of them? Honestly speaking, because he just started to get on my nerves. He's actually getting quite annoying. And he was like, well, I just wanted her to go and spend time with the other guys because she been in paradise with me the whole time, you know? But why can't you just be normal when you're talking to her? Every time, like, anytime his interaction is with Cohen, he's literally like, putting her down or something, making her feel bad, making her feel confused. Like, I wouldn't date him. He is not somebody that you need to date. He's like a sneaky link or something. Like, he's not a good, husband or a good boyfriend. He's somebody that you see late at night. That's it. Like, even though Shinwoo was acting creepy about how beautiful and pretty that she was, I mean, I like him way better than Jiyeon. Like, you're literally like the only person that, he wants. And actually, they're starting to look alike a little bit. I'm just going to have to say it. They're starting to look alike to me the more that they hang together, her and Shinwoo. She don't look like Sun. She looks like Shinwoo. And I feel like it's because she should have picked him. She should be with him, honestly. But let's talk about how Jiyeon got this girl on lock. Like, I do feel like Cohen likes Jiyeon the most. And I'm going to tell you why. He literally walked in there. All the guys was looking at him like, oh, what is he's about to do? He walks in there and gives Cohen this head nod. And here she goes running out the door with Jiyeon. After you didn't told Sun to wear matching shirts. Your girl gone. She is gone. She likes him the most, you guys. I'm telling you guys, she likes Jiyeon the most, but she doesn't trust how he makes her feel. She doesn't trust, the feelings and how he communicates, and he always hurting her. That's the reason why. And she literally gave him a heads up with that conversation and told him, like, you need to be more kind to me. You need to be more, clear with me. You need to have very good communication with me. That's all you have to do. She literally gave him a play-by-play of what it is that she's looking for. So this is why I told you guys that she likes him the most. She wants him to get it together. And it's always be like that. And I think it's because he's very attractive. When you highly attractive and stuff like that, it's like, you can mess up a little bit more. And he knows that. He knows that Cohen is physically attracted to him. And this is why I feel like that she's lenient, but he does not give in to her emotionally, which she has a problem with because, she has, Sun on the lead. She has Shinwoo in his feelings. But with Jiyeon, he just not choosing to be vulnerable. It's a choice. And I feel like Jiyeon has a lot of pride. And that will definitely be his downfall in the end because he don't want to be vulnerable with his feelings, And I do find that quite annoying, if you ask me. Quite annoying, if you ask me, because why are you not trying to be vulnerable? Now, let's get into the campfire. I'm not really going to get too much in it because next episode I will be talking about it, but it's just still about Jiyeon. And I really am sick and tired of talking about him. I'm not even going to lie. I am sick and tired of talking about this man. Like, I can't lie, but all he did was sulk the whole time. Like, oh, I want to be with you. But then he's watching everybody else fight for him. But let's talk about how Jae-jin was checking Hooyeon, talking about, oh, you always sitting next to her. You always sitting next to Jo-young. I'm like, you didn't even have to do all that, Jae-jin. I don't know what got into him, but probably the alcohol. You know how alcohol do some people. So, he just watching all the guys compete for her and he just refusing to do it. I don't know. He's refusing to go out of his way for Cohen because he's used to women going out of their way for him. He's spoiled. Y'all can't tell. This is why Haylin act like she babies him and she mothers him. And then he went and drank all her drink and she was like, that's my drink. And she was like, would you do that to Cohen? He was like, oh God, no, I wouldn't do that. Exactly. Haylin babies him, which he likes, but he also likes that Cohen doesn't baby him, but he also punishing Cohen for not being like motherly towards him. It's quite strange to me. But like I said, if he has Haylin on his mind, why won't he date Haylin? Now, we're going to continue the campfire in the next episode, episode 12, because it's a lot going on here and a lot of truth that was revealed. But what did you guys think of episode 11? Okay. Do you think that Jiyeon should be with Haylin? Because goodness gracious, I'm just so sick of it. I really am. Until episode 12. See you there.